Hey, so in this video, I want to talk about why it's so important to be a challenge in a relationship and to keep women challenged. Women need to feel a sense of challenge in a relationship because if they don't feel challenged, they get turned off and they get bored and then they pull away. And you find yourself in a difficult situation when they do this because you can be in a relationship with a girl and it becomes very, very steady, very easy, it becomes predictable, and then she gets turned off. And then slowly she fades away from the relationship because you've made everything very, very easy. So I got an email from a guy the other day and he says, Chris, I started dating this girl a couple of months ago and the first month was really great. Everything was fantastic. The passion was really intense. She was really into me and I found that I just really liked this girl a lot from day one. She also says she has really strong feelings for me, but I don't think she loves me just yet. I've noticed recently that she started to pull away from me and I think it's because I've been making some classic mistakes. Because this girl means so much to me, I've told her how much I love her and care about her already. I know, big mistake. I also told this girl that I'm ready to settle down and start a family because I really believe this girl could be my lifetime partner. What do you think about this situation and can you help me? Well, this guy's made the classic mistake of chasing the relationship, and in the moment you chase a relationship is the moment she starts to pull away from you because she knows that you're relationship focused, and it's a huge turn off for a woman when you do this. He also made a couple of big mistakes where he's seeking commitment. He's actually being the one to actually push the relationship forward, which as a man you should never do. You should never push a relationship forward. You shouldn't be talking about marriage. You shouldn't be talking about kids. You shouldn't be talking about moving in together. That's just crazy. And you shouldn't be talking about getting pets together, holidays in the future, any of that kind of stuff, meeting each other's parents. Forget about that. Let her bring it up. She has to be the one to bring that kind of stuff up in the relationship. Because if you start to focus on the relationship and talk about the relationship and you try to push the relationship forward and drive the relationship and seek commitment, then she will get turned off because she thinks, first of all, you're relationship focused. That's a big turn off. Second of all, you're no challenge. And that's really important to women. They need to feel like they have a challenge and they have to win you over. If she doesn't feel like she has to win you over in the relationship, she gets bored, she loses interest, and her attention starts to focus on someone else. Now, that's not to say that all women are terrible and they're bad, but that's just human nature. If she knows that she can have you just like that, it's very boring, it's not inspiring, it's not interesting. And in this situation, you also subcommunicate something which is not good, and that is that you have low value and your love is cheap. Because any man who's willing to give his love away that easily, his love isn't that valuable because she hasn't had to work for it. She hasn't had to try to win you over. If a woman wins you over and she has to work for your love, it's much more powerful because she values what you have to give. She values your love in the relationship and therefore she respects you more. Now, this is just basic psychology. You don't need a psychology degree like me to work this out. You don't. It's very, very simple human nature. You have to appreciate that a woman is only going to respect what she works for. If she doesn't work for your attention, she doesn't work for your love, she's not going to respect it that much. So you have to think about that. That is really, really important. And it's an important point to think about. If you're not a challenge, if you're not a mystery, what are you? You're probably the opposite, and that's going to turn her off. In that case, if you're not a challenge, you're not a mystery, you're needy, and you're anxious, and you're insecure, and you're relationship focused, and you're seeking commitment. All of those terrible things which science and research says don't do. And I can tell you, after doing so many consultations, that I've never seen a successful relationship where a man is relationship focused and needy and insecure and seeking the relationship and seeking commitment. Because what you'll find in this situation is that men who are like this will go through life and they'll go through their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and they keep on making the same mistake with women. And then sometimes I talk to guys in their 50s and 60s and I say, hey, you know, you've been doing these mistakes where you're driving the relationship forward, you're seeking commitment, you're talking about the relationship and you're trying to build this really fast relationship and you're talking about marriage and kids and love and you're the one bringing it all up. And the guy says, yeah, I've been doing that my whole life. You know, it's something which I've been doing, you know, since I was 20. And then he has this aha moment where he realizes, shit, I've just destroyed every relationship I've been in since I was in my 20s because I kept on repeating the same pattern for my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And that's why I've been divorced 3, 4, 5 times. It's not because a woman was crazy. Yeah, she acted crazy, of course, because she's responding to your behavior. Now, women are going to act crazy when they're not happy with your behavior. But if they're happy with your behavior and you're acting in a way which is confident and strong, emotionally stable and secure, she might go crazy for a little bit, but she'll come back and she'll level out. But if you keep acting in a way that turns her off, you're going to be dealing with the devil. So think about that and keep it in mind. And if you're in the situation where a girl's pulled away from you, Don't forget to check out my guide. You can pick up your copy today by clicking on the link on this video. This guide has all the information you need to know about getting a woman attracted to you and keeping her in a relationship and keeping her interested over the long term. So this is a really great guide to pick up. And if you need help with a specific relationship problem, don't forget I do Skype and email consultations. And if you just want to get in touch, I love to hear from you guys. Talk soon.